There's a new curriculum being born across the country called shopper marketing, and it's a new discipline that we're all trying to learn in order to optimize so that we can grow our businesses faster.
We're talking about trying to focus on the consumer, focus on the shopper in terms of what he or she wants when shopping in the store. Learning through market research, through data collection, to be able to predict what type of packaging, what type of merchandising leads them in the store to be most apt to purchase the product in which they're interested.
Shopper marketing is the place where retailers and suppliers intersect. So they both are very interested in reaching the shopper. A consumer is a person at home eating the product, trying the product, drinking the product. A shopper is a person in a store trying to make a decision about which brand to put in their basket. So it's an important distinction between consumer marketing, mass consumer marketing, where you show an ad on the Super Bowl and you reach millions of viewers, and those viewers should be tempted and enticed to buy your product. And shopper marketing is the recognition that once they're in that store, they're exposed to a lot of different stimuli, and now they're trying to determine which products to buy and put in their basket. So you have to win at that moment.
Give you a quick example. At Disney, I work in the home video group, and so we actually sell home video products like the ones you're familiar with, and we're in a home video aisle. So there are shoppers in all the traditional retail channels who may not be buying home video product. And so the challenge becomes, how do we convert those shoppers to become our consumers? They may be 3, 4, 5 aisles over, but the challenge is actually getting them there, being interested in the product, and ultimately selling the product.
Shopper marketing, to me, is when we marry the insights of shoppers who are shopping particular retail segments, and we understand her needs and desires, and we go back through our supply chains and we work with our retail partners to bring her products and services that she currently is not getting.
I always like to say that shopping is an experience, buying is a chore. How do you move this closer to a shopping experience where people actually enjoy being in the store? And that's what, through research and through our merchandising and through things that we can do with shelf sets and other things within the store environment, we can make that a shopping experience as opposed to a chore.
Shopper Marketing Forum brought in 31 executives from key companies, from consumer packaged goods companies to retailers, brokers, advertisers, consultants, and data mining companies. And we're engaging them in discussion. So we're trying to get some dialogue back and forth with them about the big issues related to shopper marketing.
They're just really great opportunities to connect us, as academics, with with people who are out in the business world on a day-to-day basis. That is the Department of Marketing and Logistics' primary method for doing that, are these forums.
So we brought together some of the most powerful people in business. The CEO of Nielsen, the world's largest marketing research firm, a CEO of PepsiCo, the head people at Walmart in merchandising and in marketing, key leaders at Bush Beans, and several great companies, Kimberly-Clark and Novartis and others, in Disney, and also people that are in the middle, Mars Advertising, Anderson Merchandising, Tracy Locke Marketing. Those companies all have a unique perspective, and they get together in a room with 30 to 40 top executives to discuss the issues of the day and then try to put it into a bigger framework.
Yeah, I was sitting in a room looking around thinking, what am I doing here? We really did have some really top people here.
We feel as though by having forums and bringing in people and discussing what's on the cutting edge before it's in the textbook, before it's out in research journals and all the other things, we want to be talking about it and really staying in touch and close to it so that we can be doing things that the industry wants. And each year when the industry has questions, we'd like to be able to answer them for them through our research.
Well, we had tremendous give and take. We put some thought starters up on the wall and projected those as bullet points and just discussed concepts and had people take some provocative points of view and then opened it up to the floor for them to interact. And I think more was exchanged peer-to-peer than was actually lectured, so that you had PepsiCo talking to Kimberly-Clark or Novartis about a concept, and they were learning from each other, best practices, but also their own way of addressing these challenges that present themselves with shopper marketing.
If you look at any business, any business model, any manufacturer, any kind of category that you're interested in, there's not one element or not one group that I think stands out more than shoppers from an ROI perspective. Converting shoppers to consumers, in my mind, is the highest ROI proposition, or at least one of the highest ROI propositions in business today.
We understand that shoppers are different, that who shops a Walmart store may be different than who shops a Dollar General, that might be different than who shops a Walgreens, and might be different than who shops a Pilot Oil Company. And we owe all of those customers, though, a response to who's shopping their store and what she's looking for. And so we're trying to go back, take those insights, come forward with our retail partners, and give them solutions for their shoppers, which ultimately benefits us as they're consuming our products.
I think because shopper marketing is on the forefront, it's very disruptive and downstream. And so all the supply chain is trying to understand how shopper affects the delivery. So traditional sales attitude is, if I sell it, I've done my job. Now you find a way to ship it. Okay, I did my job, you do yours. But the supply chain people are trying to chase the activities of the sales and marketing people, and it does create tremendous disruption. So as much as we want to keep those separate, they keep drawing themselves back to each other. And supply chain is a downstream activity of shopper marketing, and shopper marketing is very real and very now.
Just to make sure that we understand the customer.
I think there's two things that we're all working to resolve. One is, do we really have the right insights? Are we asking the right questions? Are we doing it in a foresight way, not looking through a rearview mirror? And the second is, once we then get the right insight, are we then able to take that back through our supply chains and make these unique packages and SKUs so that we can get it through our traditional supply chains in an untraditional way?
We have the resources to deal with a lot of these issues. We have faculty that are doing research on a lot of the issues they're wrestling with. We've historically placed students very well in the consumer packaged goods industry and in retailing, and we want to be able to leverage that expertise in a way that produces a center of excellence here, so that the nation gets to know that we are a place that is focusing seriously on shopper marketing.
I think being around experts in the field and really understanding their perspectives and learning from the most brilliant business minds that we have in corporate America, and not even in corporate America, in the educational space as well, is really an opportunity for me to go back and share these best practices with my corporation. So I'm absolutely excited to be here and really delighted to see that Tennessee is on the cutting edge of this.
I'm very proud of the University of Tennessee, but we're not here because of pride. We're here because I think University of Tennessee uniquely has an opportunity to play a role in shopper marketing, because if you go back to the supply chain becomes the bottleneck, this university and the business school has built a world-class supply chain discipline within the business school, ranked 7th across the country, not just of public institutions, but of private institutions. So I think University of Tennessee uniquely has a role to play.
I thought about the students in the room, and I hope they realize how significant and how unique an experience the last couple of days were. I think they don't have many chances as a student to be involved with people at that level, especially a room full of them.
There's this need to create a new breed of executive and graduate that has the skills of a sales skill and a marketing skill and other general management skills, but fused together to form that new skill for the future. So we want to, somewhat self-serving, we want to create a place for us to have good dialogue and collaboration with other companies, but we also want to have graduates that we can hire, put into our system, and create the executives of the future.